Welcome back to the evening show. Now, last week, Chris Sandford showed you how to make a fabulous starter, and the recipe for that starter is on our website, city.ie. Click on the evening show page, it's right up there. But this week, he is showing us part 2 of his 4-part plan for an epic Christmas dinner. It's soup, but it's done 2 different ways. Wait until you see this. Now, our Christmas dinner with Chris Sandford continues today, because last week we made a what?
Tian of salmon.
Tian of salmon. Very posh. It's fantastic. We had lots of emails in about it. But now we're back on soup for course 2.
Course 2. Absolutely.
What are we making?
Oh, I've taken some very basic ingredients.
Yes.
And soup is like a good sauce once it's done right.
All right.
And all we have here is I've just taken some vegetables and look, aren't they beautiful?
Just cubes.
And just cubed them up there. And all I've got in there is I've got some potato, some onion, some carrot, some celery. I've got a little bit of parsnip and I've got some turnip as well that I've cooked. I've got a clove of garlic here that I'm going to crush. Now, here's the trick to this. We're going to make one soup, but we're going to present it 2 different ways.
Oh, really?
That's the trick with this. So, but you know, I was explaining to you that there's 5 basic different cuts.
Yes.
Of
this is
vegetables.
Really interesting, actually. And they've all got really fancy names that I can't remember. So, you tell me. There's julienne.
There's a julienne.
Which is the real thin one.
It's a really, well, let me show you. I'll show you some, yeah. We'll start from the beginning. So we're going to take this one here, and we cut this into what we call a macédoine.
A macédoine.
Which is a cube, and it would be about that size there.
Macédoine. So the soup has all been chopped into macédoine.
A macédoine, yeah.
Okay, so
that's a macédoine. So we'll keep one there to show. We'll take that one there. That's a better example of a macédoine. So we'll do that with the potato, and the potatoes are absolutely excellent for the soup. So we're going to make it like a vegetable broth with that there. Then what you have then is you would have what we call a paysanne.
Ooh.
So that can be hexagonal or anything like that. But this one, I'm just going to do just a simple little kind of a triangle,
it's
kind of an idea. That would be like
smaller,
a
is it?
paysanne. Yeah, they call it paysanne. So that's another little one.
Hang on.
Macédoine.
Macédoine.
Macédoine. Paysanne. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to say all these names.
You will. Of course you will. I'm just going to chop that there now.
Very good.
And then a very common one that people would know is a julienne.
Yeah. Well, I knew that one when you were talking. The really thinly stripped.
That's about the size of a julienne. You know, people tend to make it a bit thinner. I actually like it a bit thinner than that. So that would be my julienne there.
Wow.
So you see it's a little bit thinner.
Okay, you need a lot of knife skills to be able to pull that one off, though, don't you?
Yeah, that's what cooking's about, though. You have to have knife skills. So, a bit of practice, yeah. So, we've got, what have we got, Olive?
Oh, God. Oh, the pressure's on. Macédoine.
Macédoine. Yeah.
Sounds like bullfighting.
It's good, isn't it?
Macédoine.
Macédoine.
Julienne, because I know that one.
Julienne.
Paysanne. I've forgotten the Macédoine again.
Yeah. And there's another one. Now, I'm using actually, this is the wrong thing to be using for this, but this is called a jardinière.
Oh, they're getting more complicated.
So a jardinière's about that size.
Oh, it's like a little baton.
Do you know? That's exactly what it is. A jardinière in the French culinary expertise is a baton.
Ah, well, let's just call it a baton
Olive.
then. It's much easier.
So, that only leaves us, that's 4, and I did say there was 5, didn't I? Actually, for the camera, we better do this one here because it'll look better.
Okay.
You'll see it with a carrot. So we've got our julienne,
yes.
And the last one is called a brunoise.
A brunoise.
A brunoise.
Wow.
And that's it there. And that's just
really
a small
finely.
dice. And that is basically your 5 basic cuts of vegetables.
Wow, okay.
So something very simple, but something new.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I still can't pronounce all the 5 of them. I've made up my own simplified versions as well.
Celery is great in soup, Olive.
I love celery.
It's very good for you, actually.
Is it?
But what I've done here, as you can see, I've actually taken off here. So you can use a peeler instead of a knife and take off all of that there.
Oh, the kind of stringy bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So
in soup, that's not nice.
No, it's not nice. So we're going to pop all that in there. And this really is the bog standard, very simple soup. I have a nice pot of chicken stock on there that I've made. And
how do you make chicken stock?
Well, I make the chicken stock. Whenever I'm doing anything at home, what I do is, if I have the carcass, which I tend to buy the whole chicken.
Yeah.
And then I break it all down and I make the stock. So all I do is I take the bones and I pop them into a pot, plenty of cold water, bring it to the boil, and skim it all off and let it simmer for about an hour and a half. Pass it through a sieve, let it cool, put it into little freezer bags, tie it nice and tight, and lay it flat in your freezer. As long as it's tight, and then you can pile them up. you get fresh chicken stock.
Right, super. It's quite simple to do as well.
Absolutely, and it's great. It's, it's so much better for you. A lot of these cubes, they have their uses, but there's a lot of salt in them.
Yeah.
So naturally, you get a nice chicken stock. It's actually quite a lovely thing.
Super.
So we were talking earlier on, Olive, because you became quite the bon vivant, We were talking about different types of soups, and one of my favourites when you use a velouté. Now, people know how to make like a basic white sauce, but for a velouté is a different thing. So you're using chicken in that, and you're 3 different cooking stages of a velouté.
All right.
So maybe it's something we'll cover in another show, but it's definitely something that people will absolutely love.
Really?
And velouté means it's velvety.
Oh,
so it's very decadent, yes.
Decadent.
Yes.
We like that.
Yes. So what I've got here, look, very basic. I've got our cuts here.
Straightforward, very simple to do.
And all I'm going to do now, I've got my chicken stock here. I'm going to just
pop
take
it
this,
in.
pop it all in. Just pop all that in there. Try and get it in the pot.
Yeah.
Pop it all in there. That's great.
Super.
That'll do us. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that to the boil.
Yeah.
We're going to simmer for 30 to 40 minutes once everything's cooked. And then we're going to show you how to serve it 2 different ways.
2 different ways. So Chris, 2 soups, 2 different ways, and I have a spoon.
You're always well prepared, Olive.
Well prepared.
So listen, this is our basic soup here. You can see, look, some people like it like that. So it's
I have to say I love it like this. Real rich, velvety, looks lovely.
Well,
whereas this is kind of more the broth.
It is.
Do you like our bowl though? How cute is that? Look at snowman.
It's Christmas off.
Beautiful.
I've got a few wee croutons I did there as well.
And they're so easy to do as well.
Yes, indeed. And I've just cut them into little kind of diamondy shapes there. A little bit of parsley. And then our pièce de résistance, our little bit of decadence.
Of cream. We like the cream.
Pop it into the top of the cork. Saves you any hassle. Pop it around there like that. And there you have it.
Brilliant. Now, if you had the choice, which do you prefer?
Well,
the broth or the pureed version?
I love soup with real crusty bread with lots of butter on it. So this is good. And then that one there, the broth, I would tend to add either a little bit of lamb. So you get lamb, dice up some lamb and cook it and add it to it. So it's like a broth then. But it is a broth, it's a vegetable broth. So you could do it like that way. But this one is great with, like I said, with crusty bread. It's lovely. But listen, always make soup the day before you need it.
Really?
Because what happens is overnight, the second day, all the nutrients release themselves and it's jam-packed full of flavour.
Wow, that's gorgeous. And it really feels really warm and cuddly for winter especially, And you know what I'm loving? There's a trend coming to your Christmas dinner. The starter last week was do it the day before. This you can do it the day before. It's fantastic.
Well, absolutely. It takes the pain out of it all. It takes the stress out
of the Christmas dinner.
So many people will just go on about, it's Christmas and there's so much to do. You can just relax a day or so before, get all your ingredients in and enjoy yourself. Spend a day in the kitchen, relax and enjoy it. And the next day, hey, it's Christmas.
Brilliant. So we were starter and our soup sorted next week. The main course. Whoa. The pressure is on.
Well, next week's going to be something really different, something you're going to absolutely love.
Any hints as to what it is?
Well, it's a bit quackers.
Brilliant. Well, I'm looking forward to that, and thank you so much. And can I eat the rest of this?
Of course you can.
Okay, grab a spoon. Beautiful. Yes, a wonderful Christmas soup there, and it works all year round. I've even tried that myself this week because it's been so cold. So I do highly recommend you try that one out, and the recipe is on our website www.city.ie, and click on the evening show page, and all of the recipes that Chris has shown me right throughout the year are up there as well, so do check that out. Now that is your lot for tonight, but Jimmy is back on Monday. He'll be here at 7, repeated at 9. Do join him then. Until then, have a lovely weekend and mind yourself in the snow. Bye bye.